Hello everyone, welcome back to Cloud Institution. Today in this video, as part of this Terraform series, we are going to see about, so what is Terraform list? So we already seen a lot of different types before, so this is one of the very important input variables types, so which is Terraform lists. Okay, so what is Terraform list and what are the areas and what are the places we can use Terraform lists? Okay, so first of all, we see what is Terraform list initially. So Terraform list variable allows you to define and accept the collection of values as an input for the infrastructure deployment. A list is a ordered sequence. Okay, so element in it can contain any data types such as strings, numbers, or any other complex data structures. Okay, so this is what we are going to see about the lists. Okay, now we are going to see one of the examples. Okay, so now I'm here. As you see here, so I'm creating one instance, I'm creating one VPC, okay, and then I'm going to create one security group. Okay, so in this security group, so we should understand that what is security group and what is instances and everything. Okay, so but before that, so we wanted to see that, so what is this structure is all about, so it is VPC and cloud institution. This is going to be creating VPC, right? So that VPC ID is going to be passing to AWS VPC as a, so as a security group. So security group will be created based on the VPC, and then so now you can see here, CIDR blocks. Okay, so initially what I'm going to do is that, I'm going to give only one CADR block, so this is what the list is all about. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm going to give the Terraform plan here. Okay, Terraform plan on this one. So it can clearly show you that, what are the things it's going to be creating. So it will tell you that, so the AWS instance will be creating. So yeah, so Terraform, so AWS cloud institution instance excuse me, will be created. And then security group, web server security group TF will be created. Okay, now and then the VPC cloud institution will be created. Okay, so now what are we going to do is that we are going to make it as a variable of the CIDR blocks. This is what called lists. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to CIDR blocks, because we have a common CIDR blocks for both HTTP and, so ingress and egress. I'm going to copy this where dot CIDR blocks. I'm going to copy the same keyword, but it can be anything, right? So where.cadr blocks is what I'm going to define, and then here also I'm going to define the where.cadr blocks. Okay, now this is what I've defined. Now I'm going to variables. Okay, so in this variables, what I'm going to say is that, okay, so I'm going to create a variable. Okay, so variables name is going to be variables name is going to be CIDR blocks. Okay, so now here there's the trick. Okay, so what is the type? So far we have seen the type is going to be strings. Okay, so now the type is going to be, you know list of strings. Okay, list of string. So what do you mean by list of string? Okay, so list of string is nothing but, so we have a list. We have a list over here. Okay, so we have a list. We have a list over here. So inside that we are going to be passing the, multiple strings. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy this one, and I'm going to give as a default value as a this one. Okay, so default value as, okay, so I don't need this one. Okay, so now this is the list of string, right? So now if you can see, if you can go back and see the Terraform plan again, you must be seeing. Okay, you must be seeing the, CIDR block will be this one. Okay, so now if you don't give this, so do you think will it going to work? Okay, now let's see. Okay, so now let's see Terraform plan. So it's not going to work like this. Okay, so even if you just give a string, even though if you give a string, it's not going to work, because the reason being, okay, so CIDR block is a string. Okay, so list of string is required, because The reason being, so this CADR block, so this parameter will only accept, the list of strings. So what is list of strings? So list of string is nothing but, so we need to mention like list of string. Okay, so the string, all the strings whatever we are going to be giving, this should be the list like this. So this is called as a list. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add one more, I'm going to add one more list. It's called as a 10 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 slash 24. Okay, and also I'm going to add, okay, so 10 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 slash 28, for example. So this is just an example I'm giving, just to make sure that, to show you guys that, so what is the list contains. Okay, so this is kind of a list of string. Okay, so this is string 1, string 2, string 3 is going to be working like this. Okay, now let's do a Terraform plan. Okay, now if you see the Terraform plan here, okay, you must be seeing, okay, CAGR block with a list of string. Okay, this should be going to work. So this is what called list and the list of strings, right? As you can see here, the list is a variable that allows you to define the accept the collection of values as an input infrastructure deployment. Okay, list is order sequence, right? And it can contain any data types such as strings, numbers, even and other complex data structures. Okay, now hope you understand this particular video. Okay, so if you have any questions regarding this one, please feel free to post your comments in the below video. And so if you like this video, please like, comment, and share and subscribe, and see you again in the next video. Okay, see you guys.